Admitting Angela. Good evening. I'm Glenda Carlin, and this is my Tuesday night A Course in Miracles and Tibetan Buddhism meeting. And I'm waiting to see that Angela comes in. Okay. Might need to do something here. I appreciate each and every one of you that comes out here for the live meeting. It really is helpful. Your spirits really are add a synergy to this whole meeting. All right, it looks like Angela made it in. Okay, so welcome, God Ed. Oh, and you know what? Something comes to mind. Gonzalo texted me and said something like he never really understood. It made him feel uncomfortable that I would say God and say your name, each one of you. Because that just, let me just clarify, if something makes you feel uncomfortable, then that's something to sit with Holy Spirit with. Because if you can't be called God, because that is a leap, and I'll say that. It's hard enough for people to recognize that they have a Buddha nature or a Christ nature, but to think they have a God nature, or in essence, because there's only God, there can't be anything but God. It's only a dreamlike deal that we can think up this other realm. But the thing was, he recognized, he got it, that why I said God, because that's our real essence. And that's non-dualism. Non-dualism. But anyway, so God Ed, God Angela, God Terry, God Dee, God Leon, God Julia, God Glenda, welcome, welcome. Holy Spirit, Jesus, Buddha, enlightened beings, guide me, help me as to what to do or say, and help those here and those that listen to the video later have their insights, helping them on their path of awakening. And here comes Chaz. Let's see if I can't open her. I'm gonna have to text Chaz and ask her to come back in. You all know if you have trouble coming in, best is to exit and try again. I see you are trying to enter, but I have no symbol to admit you. So please exit and come back in. Okay. Now, the topic of tonight's teaching is because there is only purity. Now, see, also this topic is flooring to me. This is a big insight, a big adjustment that's happened to me within the last day. This has just happened within the last day or so. Because there's only purity, we do not need to purify anything. And just listen to that. Because we do purification practices, right? And see, Buddhism does them. Hi, Chaz, you made it. Hi, Chaz. God, Chaz, there's God D. And now what I'm discussing tonight is that you incorporate this within whatever work you're doing. But if I had understood this, what I'm going to teach tonight about, well, I would have saved myself years of work. And that's a lot coming from me, right? Because all this is pretty condensed that I'm teaching y'all, but now I'm not certified to teach Dzogchen. So I'm going to end up reading where I transcribed an EP 65 podcast from Lama Surya Das that he did on panoramic awareness. And he took this segment from an in-person retreat that he had, where people pay to go for those 7-day retreats. he took a segment out and put it on the Be Here Now network. It's episode EP65 called Panoramic Awareness. And I've listened to it various times over the years because I think it's 6-year-old video, or I mean, not video, but audio teaching. But as you all know, as you gain insights, your perception shifts, and then you even seem to get insights quicker and understand things quicker from a different angle. And so things, as we talk about, we never really say we've made it because all this can be refined, stabilized and all. But I'm not kidding you. I really feel like this could have saved me 5 years or more of work. It's just so huge, but it's so simple that it's like, what? So what this is talking about is the three naturals that we have: natural body, natural breath, and natural heart mind. Now, we've heard this stuff many a time, but what the hey? What that natural means is, because whether you call it the Son of God, the sonship, let's just say the sonship created all the forms. It created the forms out of holiness, out of clear light. It compressed clear God light to make the little dark edges, to make our forms, the physical world, make the 5 elements. But the composition of all that is the clear light, is God's presence. And I talk about God's presence, clear light, there's only God. Well, see, man, when you get it to your core, when you say or know there's only God, guess what happens? You have leaned back and you're out of subject object. What you've gone into is this higher seeing called A plus awareness, where you're aware of your thoughts, you're aware of your feelings, you're aware of all the object of the 6 sensations: thinking, seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, touching. That's higher seeing is aware of thoughts, and it's aware of when you have no thoughts. It's aware when you're sleeping at night. That's why during the night, when you have a lucid dream, that's when you're aware you're dreaming. You have an awareness, you're lucid. But also people in comas. The awareness, panoramic awareness, that is really God awareness, Christ Buddha awareness, your higher seeing, is different from thinking. And that I hadn't really got either. So panoramic awareness, naked awareness, this all-seeing awareness is different from your thinking. So when you're walking around or when you meditate or whatever, if you're caught up in thinking, you know what that feels like. You're not aware you're thinking. You're not aware how your hand's feeling or your foot feels or etc. Well, you get it. Now, why this came up was I attended last Sunday's Lama Surya Das's Sunday town hall meditation group, and Lama Roger Walsh was leading. And during that, he talked about that awareness was transparent, was clear, clear light. And that's when I recognized that I had been holding awareness separate from Rigpa or clear light. I thought I was aware, there was an awareness aware of clear light. See, that's a subject and an object. I hadn't really seen awareness as the same thing as clear light or God's presence, and it is. It is. Because remember why the Son of God created the physical world. It wanted to experience being inside a form. I mean, it wanted to experience unequal love, wanted to experience change, movement, because in the absolute, there's no movement, no change, just boring equal love. No light and darkness, no contrast, no things to dance with. It's kind of bored, in that absolute deal. Now, but this is what I finally understood is there's no separation between all these forms, the physical plane. There's no separation. I was holding it separate with my thoughts. But because there's no separation, we are naturally Buddha, naturally Christ, naturally walking around gods and goddesses. We embody the Christ and Buddha nature. But see, that sounds so simple, but it's when you sit with it and finally really get it, that it's all pure, then what is there to be purified? That was what was shocking to me. There's nothing to be purified in reality because we're created by purity. We are purity. We're the clear light of God, walking around inside these Halloween costumes. Now, what seems to be impure are these thoughts, feelings, and sensations we got that are dualistic. But do we want to? But the difference now is I don't tangle up with them or think I gotta purify them. I just am aware of them and let them go. It's huge. Just sit with that as you walk around your houses, your when you're walking your dog or whatever you're doing. Is awareness is this big field that sees everything. Awareness of all these objects, your sight, your sound, your taste, your thoughts. That awareness, then because you're aware of thoughts, you just let them go, which means let them come and go. And guess what will remove them? Is your breath. Your breath is this internal wind that causes this flow of these objects that are coming and going in front of your mind and in front of your face and in your mind. Your breath is the cleaning mechanism for all of this. If you let go of the thought, the breath will liberate it. But with this awareness, you'll become more and more aware of when you've had attraction or aversion. And that's when we don't let go. And that's when we start gluing, instead of living with this moment, a thought, then there's a sight, a sound, a thought, a sight, a sound, a thought, just spontaneously in the flow with whatever's happening in your field of awareness. But we can't just do that. We can't just be, and it's called awareing, presencing. We can't just do that. No. We got to grab onto that thought and tell a story about it. Start adding judgments to it, labeling it, making a story, ruminating on it, reifying it. But this is, then you just let go. When you're aware you've done that, just let it go. It's just so simple that I was in shock. Doesn't mean you can't do your forgiveness work, which really means seeing through, being through, which is part of this naked awareness practice. How can you see naked awareness? How do you see it? It's by seeing through these images and stuff, which is clear light. Seeing through, being through the clear light of spirit, the clear light of presence, of God presence, Christ Buddha presence. But anyway, all right, so, so that brings up karma. What I'm talking about here is karma. And in this Lama Surya Das podcast, I listened to several times. I have word processed uh, almost all of it, not quite all of it, but in the very end of it, I'm going to read it because there's no way I can teach this. I'm not, I'm not certified in Sochin. I just know enough to let my karma go now. But in the ending of this, Lama Surya Das quotes that somebody asked this Zen master about when after enlightenment, what's the deal about karma? And here was what it was. After enlightenment, was the Buddha free of karma, purified of all their karma, beyond karma, has no karma, or what? And it said the answer came through the centuries like a lion's roar, one with karma. I'd never understood this before. One with karma. There's just karma, no master. No me, no problem. Now let's just take that apart a little bit. There's just karma. So what I'm talking about, karma is these thoughts, feelings, the six senses, sensations, hearing something, stopping to, oh, that's a loud motorcycle. Why don't they get a better muffler on that motorcycle? Oh, you know how it goes. You just start reifying on whatever sound you hear or sight. That's karma. Well, karma is whatever shows up in front of my face and in my mind. One with my karma is letting it go. The simplicity is just mind-boggling. Just let it go, which means let these thoughts, feelings, and sensations come and go, and they'll arise and liberate all on their own. One with karma. And there's no master, because I've said stuff like this, master of my mind. Well, it's okay. But see, what that implies is there's a master, a subject, an object, a mind. And what I'm talking about here is beyond subject and object, beyond a me, a Glenda, a body, and you and another body or an object. This is beyond subject and object. And since I've recognized this, what I'm aware of is my thoughts. And when I'm aware of my thoughts, just being aware of them, they get released. When I'm not aware of them and stuck in thinking them, that's when they get glued together, making that chain. It's called of discursive thinking. It makes stories. It makes memories of telling us things that don't exist, which are inevitably are labeling and judgment. And therefore, guess what? We get more karma. You're not freeing karma. We're adding karma to us. Oops. So that's why at the end of the day, you can sit and reflect on your day, people you've been around or etc., who you've thought about, what you watched on TV, and let go and let these people be. Identify them as the clear light of spirit. That's cleaning up karma that day. But what I'm talking about is in the moment of letting our karma go, one with our karma. Okay, so let's see what I want to. Oh, so I want to just say this big A awareness is the experiencer of this physical realm, right? that we all created together as part of the sonship. Capital A awareness knows it's the creative power behind all this, all these images. It knows it compressed the light, the clear light, to make these images and to make, objects. But it knows purity, or the clear light of equal love, is what everything is. It's only our thoughts that are obscure in this. So I forget, some master was asked, well, if we're all Buddha by nature, why do I feel so crappy? Well, the answer was, well, just need a little tweaking. There's temporary obscurations veiling your essence, your capital A awareness of your clear light God presence, essence, and the clear light that's everywhere. And stopping you from living from just seeing, just hearing, which means in just seeing, there's nothing to see and no one to see it. Because see, that's subject object. But if we just hear without going out there to identify the object of hearing, we're just awareing. We're just awareing. But of course, we got to live our daily life, right? So in this podcast, Lama Surya Das talks about this spontaneous flow, this flow. And I'm going to read this part because it's worth reading again when I get to the whole thing. There's view, meditation, and action. What are our actions? We act. See, there's a flow of this karma. See, karma is what's showing up in front of my face or in my mind. There's a flow to it. As needed and wanted, but I'm spontaneous to whatever shows up, I respond. But it's like the ocean. If there's no waves, the ocean's not going to say, oh, I'm bored, let me go make some waves. No. Well, what'll happen is you're not in this spontaneous responsiveness. We're not acting as much as possible, or not trying to do as little as possible, or not trying to do nothing. That is all contrived, egoic action. No, whatever comes up, shows up, we then spontaneously respond. And then the next thought, the next thing comes up, right? Oh man, it just brings a whole awareness to the moment of what am I thinking? What am I feeling? What am I doing? What am I saying? Okay, so let's see. I made some notes. I want to reiterate the difference between thinking and awareness. Awareness is aware of thought, and it's aware of when you have no thought. That I really hadn't nailed down until today and yesterday and today. Because see, that awareness is aware when you're asleep at night, or if a person's in a coma, or when they're having samadhi. That's when there's this meditative absorption. Awareness is there. But you're not caught up in all this stuff. And this whole podcast is also talking about meditation as well. But he talks about this panoramic awareness is called naked awareness. And see, that means clear light, the clearness of everything. That means it's pure. It's pure, it's free of concept. But it's also called silent meditation, non-meditation. And then spacious is a metaphor for openness and awareness. See, because what you're cultivating is this panoramic awareness that can take in everything all at once. It's like a snow globe. You know, when you stop shaking a snow globe, the flakes of the snowflakes, they settle and everything gets clear. So that clearness is this panoramic naked awareness where you aren't really thinking individually about all this stuff. It's just one big awareness. It's just, you've experienced it. You know what I'm talking about. All right, so let's get the pages in order here. I'm going to read this. This is EP 65 called Panoramic Awareness on the Be Here Now Network from Lama Surya Das 6 years ago. In this practice, he's speaking to an in-person retreat group, which he used to have those week-long retreats in person. In this practice, I want to emphasize so-called naked awareness or silent meditation, non-meditation practice to enhance any practice you do. Dzogchen Trechid practice, seeing through, being through, cutting through, is a form of sky gazing, in the form of sky gazing. Now, this was another big one that really helped me. Not sky watching. Don't you love that? We're talking about sky gazing, not sky watching. Because one time I remember Barbie asked me, because I was talking about sky gazing, and she tried it. Next time she was at group, she brought up, oh, she noticed the clouds change shape, but sometimes that cloud, it didn't leave. Like I said, clouds would come and go. And I said, Barbie, that's not what we're doing. I don't mean to laugh, but see, I didn't know enough to explain this. The gaze is soft gaze. You're taking in this big picture. We're not watching the clouds or the planes or the birds. We're we're gazing, sky gazing. But sky meaning infinite space. Spaciousness is a metaphor for openness and awareness. In this meditation, sky gazing, not closing our eyes and looking in. See, this is something I've done incorrectly. I've closed my eyes in meditation and looked within for stuff. That's dualism. We're not going in to look for anything. We're not looking out and peering, searching for anything. We're not analyzing and naming the clouds, accoutrements of the chapel, if you're in a chapel. If you're outside, you're not sky watching, looking at clouds, birds, planes. But whatever goes by, you're just letting it be. You're not sky watching, just gazing. That's why Lama Surya Das chose the words gazing. It's called Sky Space Union Yoga, not sky watching. See, this sounds so simple, but this is space mingling and awareness practice, opening your mind up to this panoramic awareness, openness and awareness. Everything open, eyes open, ears open, mouth open, throat open, chest open, diaphragm open, anus open, body open, heart, mind open, posture open, all inclusive, everything open. Not narrowing down to focus one pointedly on a candle flame or breath or vajra tip. You know how we've been trained in meditation. Not trying to calm and clear the mind with concentration. It's panoramic awareness, higher seeing, aware of whatever arises in the field, not narrowing down to a flame or a breath or a mantra. Sky gazing, opening awareness, just gazing, sky space union yoga. Openness and awareness, all open, mind, heart inclusive, not concentrating, not focused. Panoramic awareness, higher seeing, aware of whatever arises in the field. Panoramic awareness is open, luminous like a snow globe, the big sphere, the big tigli, the big round, the Dharmakaya awareness, the bigger frame that includes everything, sight, sounds, taste, touch, thoughts, all the objects of the six senses, in this incandescent presence, in this lucid awareness. Aware of no thought, and a state of no thought, aware of thinking. That's the difference between thinking and awareness. You can be aware of thinking and non-thinking even when asleep or in a coma, or in thought-free samadhi, a state of meditative absorption. Awareness is still there. As in lucid dreaming, we are aware of dreaming and not lost in the effect of the dream. This is a metaphor awakening in daily life. Seeing through, see, that's the deal. We're taking this meditation off the cushion into daily life, seeing through the Halloween costumes, not just the beautiful floats, but the scary battle floats too. Enjoy all the floats, all the dark sides. Recognize, see light in shadows. That's what I was talking about. I didn't get this until the last few months. Even darkness is all light. The sunship compressed the clear light to make darkness, to make these images, but it's all light, all God, all pure. Just my thoughts that are impure. Not waiting to win, there's just light. No contrast, there's nothing to perceive. God created the world, she likes a good story. God could be lonely with no one to dance with. Let's not be dualistic about non-dualism. Don't have to white out everything. That's nihilism. See, that's the other thing. People just white out everything. It's all illusion. Nothing exists. That's nope. We're not doing nihilism because here's the deal. I realize, hold it. Even though this physical items, it's a physical form, this is all perfect. All was perfectly created by the sonship. It's all godly clear light. Oh man, there's nothing to get rid of. Oh man. Oh man, it's inclusive, the great middle way of flow, of flexibility, inclusivity. Beyond extremes, it's flow, flexibility, balance, the great middle way. During the in-person retreat, somebody left Lama Surya Das a note, and the note said, I love hearing you talk. I could listen to you talk all day, but I don't know what to do during meditation. What do I do? Isn't that honest and sweet that that person knew enough to ask him something like that? And he said each day he's trying to cover that in these steps. What do I do? See, we're so used to doing, we're in the thing of overdoing. And here's what Lama Surya Das's response is. He's explaining what we're doing, if that's the word for it, which we're not, is practicing the three naturals. And see, I love that word now. I used it before, natural body, natural heart, mind, natural breath, but I didn't really get it. Natural is because the sonship created all the images to have naturalness of spirit throughout their forms. We're naturally perfect. We're naturally Christs and Buddhas. Forever and ever and ever. It's only my thoughts that are dualistic. So first, there's the three naturals, and he's going to explain them here. And listen how simple this is. Just sitting. No, this is what to do in meditation. No special posture. Just breathing. No special breath, just breathing. Now, why he's explaining this is Buddhism goes through all kinds of postures, all kinds of breath work, all kinds of mantras, all kinds of visualizations, because that's just the way it is. Like Course in Miracles got all those lessons, all these things we're doing. But he's saying the three naturals is just sitting, no special posture. And see, that means when you're walking around, you're natural. You're a natural Christ. You're a natural Buddha walking around. Accept your Buddha nature. Just breathing, no special breath. Just being aware. No mantra, no special visualization. Natural body, natural breath, natural heart mind is the first triad or instruction to help us undo the habit of overdoing. Natural body, natural breath, natural heart mind. Second, awareness is the main thing. What am I to do when I feel pain or when I'm meditating or or wondering when's that gong going off? I've had enough of this meditation. You know, awareness is the main thing. So when you're aware of pain, you're just aware of the pain. Aware of your thought. When's that gong going off? Just aware of the thought. Let the thought go, liberate on its own, be. Not get rid of the thought, not get rid of the pain. Then the natural mind, what does that mean? And he uses the example of a popcorn machine. Whatever the popcorn machine of the mind pops up, don't need to butter it. That is the crucial difference. That is what is the unique contribution Buddhism gives us on the perspective on what is happening. We can choose how, when, and if to respond. Not butter it up, not salt it up, etc. Have perspective, on what is happening. Awareness of thoughts, sounds, and sights. This is the active component of the meditation. Not trying to block out or white out. That is not what we are trying to do. There are pills and bottles to do that, and that's not what we're recommending here. First, the three naturals. Just sitting is natural body, is Buddha body, the perfect embodiment, God's temple, Nirmanakaya. Just breathing, natural energy is pure energy, is flow. Pure energy, the great Tao, is Buddha's breath and energy. Divine wind. Don't you love that? That word really helped me. Divine wind is the breath. It's the wind that moves these thoughts and feelings and sensations if we leave them alone. Natural heart mind. Just, oh wait, I've skipped some. This is so deep and profound what we're talking about here. Yeah. Natural heart mind. Just awareing, just aware. Natural heart mind is Buddha's heart and mind, Dharmakaya, as it is, the natural state, the way it is. See, that's what gets me is our natural state is however your body is right now. That's the natural state. It's the natural state. Oh gosh, I thought there had to be some perfect state, some golden Buddha state. Doesn't mean that these elements don't get transmuted. I'm not saying that. But this the natural mode, your naturalness, the natural state, just the way it is, the mode of being, the Dharmakaya, it's called Rigpa, pure presence with a capital P. So this presence is here. That's our natural state. And this is, he's calling it not me, not me. See, that's the separate self. Just pure presence with a capital P. No other presence, no subject and object and interaction. That's the dance of karma, reactivity. Just presence, including everything, just hearing, just seeing. So as you sit there or walk around and just is presencing with everything, you're in your naturalness. You're in your natural Buddha, God self, because you're aware and you're present in the moment, aware of what the heck's going on. No one looking for something. This is this is the dance of karma and conditioning. When we're out looking for something, identifying subject and object, analyzing, comparing, labeling, that's the dance of karma and conditioning. So natural body, breath, and energy, there's a lot in those three words of the first instruction. But gazing means all open, eyes open, anus open, everything open, deconstructing. All those things naturally close. So we're always just opening, being open. The eyes open, mouth open, ears open, saying those things to ourselves to open ourselves up to this higher seeing, this higher awareness, relaxing, at ease, dynamically present, attentive. Attention is the essence. He said that. I went back 2 or 3 times listening. Attention is the essence. What are you putting your attention on? Awareness is the higher power, the inner power, the deeper power in Buddhism. All about capital A plus awareness. Eyes open, sky gazing, space mingling, seeing through impermanent, ownerless, selfless phenomena, not giving in to attraction of I want or aversion, the two poisons based on the illusion of separateness. And ignorance is the third poison. See it? I see those words impermanent. That tells you where my awareness is looking at. Ownerless, these thoughts, feelings, are ownerless. Selfless phenomena, not giving in to attraction of I want or aversion. Then he clarifies, we're not going in through the four truths, the eightfold path, the factors of enlightenment, the 84,000 dharmas taught by Buddha, not going through all that. We are focusing on swooping down this direct access of enlightenment now, awakening now practice of Dzogchen, the innate great perfection. See that innate great perfection? Who can accept that your body's the perfect body? Your spirit, this is the perfect time. This is the perfect location. This is the perfect teaching, the perfect teacher. It's all perfect. It just is all perfect. Right now, it is. Because there's only God creating all these thoughts, even creating all these dualistic thoughts. We, Son of God, the Sonship, created all of this. Let's see, where am I? Oh, so he's saying we're not going through all this. And see, that's like saying we're not going through the whole Course of Miracles. We're just talking about here, this, and then he'll go, then he said, attitude transformation, compassion in action, transmutation of the base metal of our animal nature into the gold of our Buddha nature, Bodhisattva vows. We're not going into all of that now. No. What we're doing this is called direct access. And I have to tell you, I never really understood this and I never thought what direct access. See, what this is, in a moment, a person can just be aware by seeing through, called Trechet, or Jesus's advanced forgiveness, looking beyond the body, the flesh, to the clear light of spirit that's here. That's direct access to this clear light. And that in within that clear light, all these thoughts, feelings, sensations are coming and going. And are self-arising and self-liberating if we leave them alone. But we have direct access to enlightenment now, awakening now. This is called by itself arising, by itself liberating. In Tibetan, it's got a Tibetan word, Rangdrol, in Dzogchen tradition. See, this Dzogchen that he's teaching in this podcast is the highest teaching of Buddhism. Secret used to be secret. We're not having to purify it away. If we let it come, let it go, let it come and go, let be. See, that's the big secret. We don't have to purify anything. If we just let our thoughts, feelings, sensations go, which means let them come and go, don't have attraction and aversion to them, just let them come and go. And let everything be, let it be. We're not having to purify anything away. So sky gazing and pithy instructions of just looking, seeing, and freeing are the 3 steps to the inherent freedom of being. So off the meditation cushion, this sentence here is something to take, to integrate and contemplate about, is just looking, just seeing, and you just look and see an object, you're seeing it, let it release it, let it be free. Looking, seeing, and freeing, you're letting it go, are the 3 steps to the inherent freedom of being. These are the instructions of how to proceed if we have pain or if we have a thought. Just looking, noticing it, recognizing it, and allowing it. Oh, that's so powerful. Just looking, noticing it, recognizing it, and allowing it. Thoughts come and go like popcorn. Popcorn pops up and falls down to the bottom, or better, like a snow globe. When we stop shaking the snow globe, all the flakes settle, fall to the bottom. Clarity arises as if from within. That's our meditation practice, not getting overly excited by local weather this moment in our mind. External weather, I like this part too, or internal emotional weather and thoughts. Internal weather is still external to our luminous awareness core. Don't you love that? This internal weather we're causing, these lightning storms and rushing of thoughts back and forth, hellish things going on. This internal emotional weather is external to this luminous clear light of awareness that we're talking about here. The groundless ground of being, the bigger picture, the heart of the matter, the center, the heart cave. We can find solace and refuge in the heart cave. That's the physical heart, which is not tiny. It is the totality, the bigger picture to take rest in. More broadly than just looking, seeing, and freeing, is experiencing all the senses, not just with the eyes. Experience recognition, penetrating, and third, releasing and allowing, open to the wisdom of allowing, not just a control freak. I was a control freak. I think we all did, because wow, this was just too much. Whoa, I can't handle this. These are a few of the basic instructions. We could talk further another day about it, about these 3 things he's going to talk about later: casting the eyes into the sky, casting the thoughts and arisings off into the mind, and dropping everything into the secret space, the inner sky of just being. We'll get to that, he says. Then we're just about finished. Our guided meditation practice of Dzogchen is called view, meditation, and action. View or outlook while we're meditating is like the sky, not looking here or there, in or out, or in between, not searching. I love these sentences. Not seeking, not gathering, not accumulating, not note-taking, not trying to learn, just being, just awareing, enjoying the view, the only show, the best show in town as it is right now, this moment. Enjoying the appearances, the arisings, this thought, this feeling, before we add concepts and labels to reify it, to tell a story about it. Before contact leads to feeling, and the whole flow of the 12 interdependent links start. See, that's when this whole chain of discursive thinking starts. Instead, we want just being in the first moment before you make something out of it. It's not what happens, but what we make of it that determines our karma, our character, our destiny. Self-freedom, self-mastery, being master rather than victim of your conditions and circumstances. View like the sky, vast, open, luminous, spacious, room for everything, bigger than the blue sky, deathless. And that's what's unique here is Buddha said all composite phenomena, that means things that are put together, are impermanent. But he didn't say everything is impermanent. He said space and deathless nirvana are not impermanent. Because see, what we're talking about here is this big space, this vast spaciousness, this clear light presence that we are, our awareness of. And I didn't really get that before. The rest of all this stuff is impermanent. It 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 comes and goes and dies. But what space and deathless nirvana are not impermanent. Then view or outlook like the sky, eyes open, sky-like, spacious, wide angle, big frame, all-inclusive, non-exclusive, total, holistic, spacious, open like the sky. The meditation of non-meditation like a mountain, unshakable, imperturbable, unchanged, grounded. Meditation like a mountain, no matter what falls on it or grows on it. Don't you love that? That meaning your body. It's not perturbed, it's unshaken. Thich Nhat Hanh called it solid. Solid like a mountain. Immovable, unshakable. See, that's this awareness that's stable and secure and solid in your body, mind, heart, breath. Action is spontaneous flow, as needed and wanted, but spontaneous, not conditioned reactivity, not compulsive. Yeah, now that's a big deal. Not conditioned behavior, reactivity, not compulsive. When there are winds, there are waves. No winds, no waves. The ocean doesn't say, I'm bored, I'll make some waves. Bye, Dee. Thanks for coming out. Love you. Beyond action and inaction. Not trying to do as much as possible, not trying to do as little as possible, or trying to not do anything. Can't you relate to that? I've done all those in the past. Yeah. When things are when you got things to do, just do it. You're one with your karma, not afflicted by it. Our karma becomes our dharma. That's our practice. Our karma is our dharma. Remember the Zen master told the person, what happened when the Buddha got enlightened? What happened about his karma? Did he get free of karma? Did he get purified of all his karma? Is he beyond karma? Has no karma? The answer came through centuries like a lion's roar. One with karma. We're not going to get rid of karma, individual or collective karma. It's going to show up in front of our face and in our mind. We're just letting it come and go and liberate it and self-liberate on its own. Oh my goodness. It sounds so simple, folks, but to realize that I didn't need to purify anything was so freeing to me. I just let go, let be. Oh, gee. Okay, now I'm kind of finished here on time. This is called the innate great perfection. It's also, yeah, that's a natural body, natural breath, natural heart, mind. You don't have to change anything. You are perfect just like how you are right now. Don't have to purify anything. Just let these thoughts, feelings, sensations that are karma come and go. Woo! Now, it doesn't mean you can't make a list and think and go down that list, keep and thinking of each of these people as spirit, as God, because we've had 50, 60 years or more of thinking of people or bodies. You can just incorporate this within your own practice. Okay, I stop the recording. Any thoughts, comments, or questions before I stop the recording? Looks like Angela might be going for the mic.
Oh, good evening, Glenda.
Hi.
Thank you. And so my question is, with the Course in Miracles, it does say purification is necessary. So in Buddhism, as you're speaking now, maybe you could explain the difference. You're saying we don't have to go through a purification. Can you explain that further?
The Course teaches it, and regular Buddhism teaches it too. Purification. Both teach it, but within A Course in Miracles, I was going to do this, so I forgot to look it up, is Jesus says the person's never done anything, right? Never done anything. So he throws in things throughout the whole course, depending on where a person's at, they go to whatever seems to help them. But this teaching that I'm teaching tonight is the highest teaching and used to be secret in Buddhism, Dzogchen. It's called the direct access because both A Course in Miracles and regular Buddhism tends to say this can take many, many lifetimes, centuries for awakening. This, if we practice this type of letting karma come and go, because the bigger understanding I got from this is for me to identify I got something negative right there I need to purify or fix. Guess what? I'm in separation. I'm a subject, I'm a body thinking about an object that needs to be effing fixed. I'm not coming from purity, clear light of awareness, right? That's the difference. See, I'd fallen into this dualistic subject object purification. Now, this isn't what I'm teaching tonight is in conjunction with your other work. But if you add more and more of this, where you're just letting this karma come and go, you'll save yourself a lot of work, a lot of years of work. Good question, Angela.
Well, I just want to say that the Buddhism is like a complement to, like it's really another way of seeing. Like you said, we save ourselves a lot because we're allowing and letting it go. And I think that with if you want to say a practice of meditation, maybe the sky gazing, following the noble paths, we're already purified. We already are, anyways. We're
See, that's
always
it. Oh, see, Angela, that's the key. We're already pure. Pure from the day one in the Garden of Eden. It's only a thought that keeps me separate. And it's thoughts all day long that are keeping me separate.
Yeah, we
Okay?
just forgot. We just forgot.
Yes, we forgot. But see,
We're
we're
sleeping.
reminding ourselves we're perfect. We were created out of the clear light. So even the negativity, Angela, or the darkness is clear light
I
because
like
the
that.
Son of God compressed light, made it real tight with very little space to make it dark so it could create form, but it's all clear light. But without a contrast between a shadow and the clear light, then we can't get perspective. and wouldn't have anything to dance with. Now, that was why the Garden of Eden was created to begin with. The Son of God wanted stuff to play with, to dance with. Go inside and experience the six senses, right? And back then, when we were awake, the senses would just hear, just see, just be. And this breath and energy was there. We could have a dualistic thought, but it would automatically be let go of because we remembered to let go. We remembered what we were. But when we're asleep, we don't remember what we are. We hang on tight to the good stuff and throw away the bad stuff, right? When in reality, good and bad is dualism. We're talking about here this higher seeing, this bliss of stillness, a gentle joy, peace, equal love, a soft equal love. That's what I forgot was purity created everything. So it's all pure. Doesn't need to be purified. Let those karma thoughts go.
How
But doesn't mean I go put myself in harm's way and be a doormat to somebody that does some of this stupid darker stuff. No, no, no. We got choice. We got decisions. We can respond without this reactivity. Because as we let go, then we're letting go of this karma where there's less darkness may show up in front of our face, right? Or in our mind. You know how it is. Everything's gotten more peaceful for every one of you here. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. But in that just the dumbfounding part? We're pure.
thank you.
Yeah. But it's hard, not hard, but being mindful of thoughts because I got to be mindful of it, aware of it, or I'm caught up thinking. See, that's Thinkaholic Anonymous. The thinking. Then I'm just gluing thoughts, sights, sounds together to make discursive thinking. Stories, memories, rehashing stories and memories about my family and friends and whatever, politics, whatever. Yeah. Oh man. But in the Garden of Eden, we were letting things just come and go. We were just experiencing, enjoying the duality. The duality is perfect. The physical world's perfect. We just tweak it, get some stuff that absorb that CO2 emissions. But anyway, anything else, Digital? That was good. Thank you so much. Any other thought or question? Yes, both the Course and regular Buddhism teaches purification. And that's why Lama Surya Das said, and I'm going to reread it. I'm going to reread this. We're not going through the four truths, the Eightfold Path, the factors of enlightenment, the 84,000 dharmas Buddha taught. Not going through all that. We're not going through attitude transformation, compassion in action, transmutation of the base smell of our animal nature into the Buddha gold of our Buddha nature. Not going through all that right now. We're going to swooping from the top of the mountain, remembering the purity that we are and everything is till we forgot. Good question. Good question. Oh, Chaz, did you want to unmute and say something? I think
I'm on my phone, and today was fabulous, and it's hard for me to find the controls on the phone. I
you're
enjoyed
unmuted.
this. Sorry?
Go ahead, you're unmuted.
I just thought you were spectacular. And
Oh.
when you said something about thinkaholics or something, and I thought, hi, I'm Chaz, and I think my thoughts matter. Right? I'm addicted to my thinking.
Yes, that's why Lama Surya Das says he wanted to invent Thinkaholics Anonymous. And I forget what the first sentence in Alcoholics Anonymous is. I recognized I had no power. I had no power over my thought. And so I turned to a higher power. I forget what it is. But see,
Yes, yes.
we're recognizing the difference between thinking and awareness. If I'm aware of having this thought, you are in your higher sin. You are in your higher awareness. Don't you love that? I had not got that before this podcast. Just be aware. What am I thinking? Wow, Chaz, go again. You probably had something else you wanted to say.
Oh no, just I thought, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. I just thought you were wonderful and I love your authenticity. You know, your authenticity, I feel like you're completely authentic, you know, and you're just saying this is how I'm learning to do it, you know, and oh yeah, you know, I just enjoy you so much and I'm so glad you teach. And you know, it's very early in the day here, so it's hard for me to sit down, but I want to have the camera on to support you. So,
I so appreciate your spirit because I know
right.
you're practicing,
Oh,
you're integrating the course in your life. It makes a difference that you come here. Angela, Ed, Leon, Julia, Dee was here earlier, and Terry, those that come here light, it really helps me. It's a synergy of like-minded people. And something happens, I'm sure probably spirit picks up on things. And even because I don't even, I'll look later and I'll go, I don't remember saying that stuff. You know, it just kind of, it's things are flowing or happening as what is needed to be. So I appreciate you, Chaz, so much because you're in Hawaii, 6 hours away from Eastern time. Thank you for coordinating to do this. You've done a lot of work, honey. At a girl.
oh, thank you,
But it's
thank you. You
now
inspire me.
seekers become finders. And this is the highest teaching. What I read here tonight, and I'm going to I got some more changes to do in that document. I'll put the link for the podcast because, like I said, I've listened to that podcast a few times over the years. But as we make our insights and changes, we grasp parts of it that we wouldn't have gotten before. But of all, I've never heard such a profound teaching as this. It was like, what? It's this simple? Yes. Yes, because like Angela hit the nail on the head, we're perfect. We're pure. We're pure. Because you can't change God. We can't, God cannot be impure. We're not impure. We're the sonship. We're children of God, creations of the sonship. We're we're created. We're perfect. That's why that's flooring to me, though, your body just like it is. So that means even the pain or whatever we're doing, your body's perfect just like it is. However it is perfect. Because your Buddha body, Christ body, the breath, oh, it's shocking to me. Heart, mind is divine in there. When you're aware you're thinking, you're in your heart, mind, your divine heart, mind. Oh, and this will speed up that awakening in this lifetime, enlightenment in this lifetime, and awakening, not many, many lifetimes, schlepping through many, many lifetimes. That's Rameswari Das says over and over again, based on this. If you practice this Dzogchen, this high swooping while climbing up from below. Okay, any other thoughts or questions? Thank you, Chaz, because I never know how I come across. I'm just feeling my way through and trying to explain something I'm learning and what I just recognized, trying to point out all these years I've done things, but to point out we can let our karma go. We don't have to be victim of our karma. Oh, I'll redo the document and email it out. And no other, oh wait, before we go, we do our practice of God. There's no, and remember I say God is everywhere or he's nowhere. Well, God is everywhere. So God, Angela, God Chaz, God Ed, God Leon, God Julia, God Terry, see God D. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming out this evening. Oh, we will send well wishes to Barbie, and this well wishes and the best to Gonzalo. And let's see, Danelle, Alvaro, Julia's here, Sabone, Karine, Dee's here, Sally Quinn, Angela's here, Joan, Joanne, Lorraine, Steve, Chaz is here, Casey Jones, Susan A, Gabby, Jerry. Thank you, thank you, thank you for those that give us each other support and send love and light out to the universe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna try to hit the correct button. Recording.